Welcome to Frederick at its Best. I'm Frederick County Executive Jan Gardner. Frederick at its Best is a program where we acknowledge good things that are happening in Frederick County, where we recognize people and organizations, and really try to share information about something important that's happening in our community. So today, I'm pleased to be here to issue a proclamation for Domestic Violence Awareness Month and to recognize some of the organizations in our community who are involved in both the raising awareness for victims, but also in providing services to people who have experienced domestic violence, sexual assault, or child abuse in Frederick County. And there are many organizations that provide services. A couple that are here with me today are the Child Advocacy Center, which is part of the county government, the Hartley House, which is well known in our community, and we have representatives from the Commission for Women as well as the Asian American Center. I want to speak a little bit about Hartley House in particular. Hartley House is committed to achieving a society free of violence by providing public education, working for equality and empowerment for all, and developing and maintaining comprehensive services to survivors and non-offending family members who are of family violence, rape, sexual assault, and child abuse. As you may know or may not know, an estimated 30,000 women in Frederick County will experience a form of domestic violence in their lifetime. It's a pretty staggering statistic. Hartley House receives over 1,200 calls per month from county residents, or about 14,000 calls per year on their 24-hour crisis hotline. In Maryland, on average, 50 people are killed due to intimate partner violence every year. In Frederick County, this is average 2 or 3 homicides per year from intimate partner violence. Thus far in 2015, 2 Frederick residents have been killed by an intimate partner. Every call to Hartley House is its own story, and no 2 stories are alike. Some need emergency shelter, and Hartley House responds, giving shelter to hundreds of adults and children trying to escape danger, and others are victims of sexual assault. In collaboration with local law enforcement and Frederick Memorial Hospital, Hartley House advocates provide comfort and support to many adults and children going through some kind of service. We're very proud that Hartley House received a national recognition last year from the Office of the Vice President of the United States to commemorate the 20th anniversary of the Violence Against Women Act. The report highlighted that the Frederick County nonprofit is an example of one of the successful programs in the United States. We also have the Child Advocacy Center here, which is really focused on serving children and families of children who have experienced some kind of neglect or serious abuse, often generally sexually abuse. And they do a very good job, very compassionate, a very important job for us in our community to protect our young children who find themselves victims and really need to have us as a community stand up to protect them. So I do want to read the proclamation, and then I'll let everybody up here say a few words. Whereas domestic violence is a serious crime that affects people of all races, ages, gender, and income levels, and 1 in 4 women will experience domestic violence in their lifetime. Our country has a moral obligation to prevent this, since the effects of violence reach far beyond its victim and perpetrators, causing disruption in our schools, places of worship, workplaces, and neighborhoods. And whereas Frederick County remains dedicated to eradicating domestic violence and helping victims find the compassion, comfort, and healing they need. And whereas during Domestic Violence Month, we underscore the county's commitment to ending domestic violence and ensuring that victims find the professional support they need. We also commend the many organizations and individuals in our community, both professional and volunteer, who provide critical advocacy, services, and assistance to victims and survivors of domestic violence. And really, they're available 24 hours a day. And whereas Hartley House has provided comprehensive services to victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, and child abuse in Frederick County for over 35 years. We encourage our citizens to learn more about the services Hartley House has to offer, more about the services the Child Advocacy Center has to offer, and to use these services to prevent further abuse and violence. Now, therefore, as County Executive of Frederick County, Maryland, I hereby proclaim the month of October 2015 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month in Frederick County and commend this observance to all of our citizens. And it's signed and presented today. So I really do want to thank all the people who are up here who provide really core services to people who find themselves as victims and to advocate for them. And they really do a great job, and they're very compassionate and caring, and they really need all of your help and support in our community. So we want to make you aware of the services that that exist and who you can call if you need help in your family or you know somebody who you suspect may need some kind of assistance. So I'm going to pass the microphone. I'm going to start going this way. And if you'll introduce yourselves and maybe feel free to add anything you want to add.
Hi, my name is Nina Carr. I'm the Outreach and Volunteer Coordinator at Hartley House, and Hartley House really depends on support from the community, including dedicated volunteers to help us do what we do. If anybody should be interested in volunteering with us, please feel free to reach out, and we would love to talk with you about our opportunities.
Hi, my name is Mary Beth Kaslik. I'm a local attorney, and I have the privilege of being on the board of directors of Hartley House. I want to thank our amazing staff, many of whom are here today, and I'm going to defer to them in discussing how you can reach out to Hartley House if needed.
I'm Lynn Davis. I'm the director of the Child Advocacy Center, and I really want to thank Hartley House for the amazing job that they do and stress how important it is that we all as a community partner together to help keep families safe. Family violence has far-reaching effects on everyone in the family, particularly children. And so we partner with Hartley House to do a Strengthening Families program and work side by side with them every week, and so appreciate their skill in reaching out. And we know that when people call Hartley House, they're going to receive knowledgeable, caring, concern and get what they need for resources, and we don't hesitate to refer our families there. I hope that when you think about family violence, you will think about the fact that our hearts are all very saddened when we see the news and we see children involved in war zones and fleeing terrible situations. Well, when the violence is at home, the children are in a war zone there, and they experience similar effects, and we need to work together for children in Frederick County so that there can be peaceful families and help for kids.
Hi, my name is Katie Belinsky, and I am the advocate at the Child Advocacy Center. And I certainly refer many families in need of Hartley House services to Hartley House. I refer them for counseling at Hartley House and also their legal department. So I really appreciate the working relationship we have with them. And thank you guys for what you do.
I'm Jenny Veith, and I'm the Child and Family Counselor at the Child Advocacy Center, and I also want to say thank you to Hartley House for your resources and knowledge and support.
My name's Athena Edsel, and I'm the Administrative Assistant at the CAC.
My name is Pam Holtzinger. I'm the Forensic Nurse Examiner working with Dr. Paler and the rest of the team at the Child Advocacy Center. And I'm also the Program Coordinator for the Forensic Nurse Program at Frederick Memorial Hospital. And I would like to say that we have had such a wonderful working relationship with Hartley House. We've had a very strong collaborative with our local law enforcement agencies to do a lot of really good work in the community. And I'm so thankful to have that partnership. We've done some great things for the patients that we see and have continued to grow and develop that program on behalf of the patients.
Hello, I'm Carla Paler. I'm the pediatrician at the Child Advocacy Center.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Michelle Pentney. I'm the Crisis Services Director at Hartley House, and feel that such an honor and privilege to work at an organization like Hartley House and to be able to collaborate and work so closely with so many amazing community members that are here today, the Child Advocacy Center, FMH, all of our community members that are present here, as well as law enforcement that we work so closely with on a daily basis, and many other organizations. I just want to say that Hartley House serves victims that have experienced violence at any point in their life, whether they've directly experienced that or someone they love or care about has. It impacts everybody, all genders, all races, all ages, and we are here to support anybody, whatever type of violence that is related to abuse and trauma. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sharon Jacko. I'm the former interim CEO. It was about a year and a half ago. And I've never worked with such a dedicated, compassionate staff who've taught me so much, who just watching them and learning what they did or do. And the board members at Hartley House are true involved board, which I appreciated it during my time and know what they do contributes to what you do at Hartley House. And if there's anything that I can recommend, if anybody knows somebody who's experiencing domestic violence, is just try to remind them and point them in the right direction to call the hotline. One night, real quick story, I was sitting in my office late and I heard somebody on the phone, and just listening to what they said and did to that victim touched me so much. I've again never have seen anything like it, and the partners that they have. So thank you to the CAC, to the police, to the forensic nurses for what you continue to do.
I'm Mike Moore. I'm with the State's Attorney's Office, and I'm also honored and really proud to be a member of the Board of Directors for the Hartley House. I'm the chair of the Development Committee, and I do want to say thank you to everybody who is working on the front lines, the people that are at Hartley House every day as their full-time job. They're doing a great job, and I want to thank them for the work that they're doing in the trenches and for doing it every day.
Hi, I'm Melissa Nierkos, and I'm new to Hartley House as a grants manager, and I just want to say I've been so impressed in the 3 months that I've been there, and I can tell you Frederick community is really lucky to have such an organization.
My name is Diana Carrillo, and I am here representing the Frederick County Commission for Women.
Good morning. My name is Elizabeth Chung. I'm with the Asian American Center, but also with the MODA program, Minority Outreach and Technical Assistant. There's a story I don't think I have ever told. 20 years ago, when I first came to Frederick, my very first encounter was domestic violence. And I was asked to help the victims, a Chinese woman. The perpetrators was the interpreters. That's 20 years ago. So now things have changed thanks to FMH, and now that we are also the only language services to FMH providing language access. And I really want to thank Hartley House and Children's Advocate, because you folks have called us from time to time. We're glad to be there to help you, and also provide you, what we can in terms of language access, cultural, the knowledge and so forth, because there's really it's blind to any colors, any cultures. Domestic violence is everywhere. So we're very honored that we're able to work with these wonderful communities. And thank you so much for letting us to be part of it. I know that we oftentimes really the bridge, we have 30 languages in our community. And I hope I will not hear from you, but in case you do have someone, whether from Africa, Russia, Asia, places where, they might not be speaking English, that officially, yet, they have need. And it's just really important for them to express their needs to the counselors in their own language. And we hope that we're able to help you, because most of our interpreters are trained interpreters as well. But at this time, also put a plug in for this, the health fair that we have. If you all may know that it is really the community health fair, not the Asian Center's health fair. We have 1,500, maybe 2,000, I don't know. But then we do have counselors. We do have, the Mental Health Association. So come in, just be our guest. It's really wonderful. We're about 400 volunteers between the FMH and our center to offer, the head-to-toe of services to all. But again, for those who might have need, for your perhaps domestic violence issues, please come and just come to us, and we hope that we'll be able to refer you, and would the language just help to the services like the Hartley House or Children Advocate. We're here together, so we have a lot of the supports. It's a wonderful communities. Thank you.
Okay. We do want to make sure we share the hotline number, so if you could do that, I'd appreciate it.
Our 24-hour hotline number is 301-662-8800, and we always have very trained staff just waiting to pick up the phone and help people in need.
All right. We thank you for sharing that, and we also in the county have 211, so if anybody needs connection to any kind of service, they can also call 211, and somebody will be there to make sure that you're connected. Family violence is everywhere, but what's Frederick at its best is the fact that all of these people and organizations are here to help and assist people in our community who have experienced family violence, and they do such a wonderful job. They know what to do, they're professional, and they're very caring and compassionate. So I really want to thank you for all that you do. It's really very important work in our community, and we are very well organized in Frederick County. We know each other and we do things together. And so we're here to help. And so part of Domestic Awareness Month is to let people know that this happens to 1 in 4 women over the course of their lifetime. It happens to people in all income ranges, all neighborhoods, urban, rural. And so if you know somebody who needs help, please encourage them to call the hotline, or you can call the hotline to get information. Ask them to call for help, because there's people here to make sure that they can live their life to the fullest and live a happy, healthy, and caring life, because this does affect people's entire family, and it often affects people for many, many, many years. People carry it with them for their entire life. So we thank you all for what you do. We appreciate what you do. Thank you for making a difference in Frederick County. Thank you for joining us. We hope you learned a little bit today, and please do your part to take care of each other in Frederick County.